Hey YouTube, it's Lewis with Rosebud's Travels. Happy New Year. We're in a brand new year. We're in the year 2020. And what I'd like to talk about today is how to save a bit of money when you're RVing. And when I'm talking about this particular subject of saving money, it applies for people who live in Texas or are traveling through Texas. And if you like to stay in state parks, this would apply to you. What I want to talk about is the Texas State Park Pass, and it is a great way to save money on state park visits in the state of Texas. The Park Pass is good for a year, and I'll show you what it looks like. So the State Park Pass looks like that. And it's a card, and on the back of it is a number that you can use even in your online reservations in Texas. And in Texas, there is no reservation fee to make your reservation. You simply go to the website where Texas State Park reservations are made. You look at the park that you want to go to, and it allows you to see all of the campsites that are available for the dates that you are interested in camping in. And it even has pictures of the campsites so that you get an idea of what the campsite actually looks like before you get there. So you can actually select the specific campsite that you want and make the reservation and do all of it online, and your reservation will be confirmed, and the Texas State Park Pass will give you a discount on that reservation. This pass is $70, and what it does is it gives you the second night for half price, and it gives you the seventh night for free. So, as you can tell, it it will save you money if you stay in just a few state parks. It doesn't take long. Day use fees in Texas are anywhere from $3 to I think $7 a day, something like that. So all of the day use fees are waived. You don't pay any day use fees, and then the camping fee is a fee by itself. So whatever the camping fee is, you will pay that per night, except on the second night it will be half price, and then the seventh night will be free. So if you, I mean, we've stayed in a few state parks already, and it's already paid for itself because of the day use fees going away. It and the savings on the second night makes a difference. The other discount it gives you is all of the park shops. There's little park shops in most of the parks, and they have items that they sell like t-shirts and stickers and various things. And all of the items in the park shop have a 10% discount with this card. So that's another way you can save some additional money in Texas State Park. So it's a good way of, saving money while camping in the state of Texas. We happen to live in the state of Texas, so we will use this a lot. I do know some other RVers who travel through Texas, and they still claim they easily pay for the state park pass, traveling through Texas and camping in Texas, and they buy the pass whenever they come through Texas because it does save them money. So I think it's a good thing. Even, I mean, if you come in and stay in one state park, maybe not. But if you're going to stay at any number of state parks in Texas, it's likely worth it. There is one other thing that is important to know when you buy the state park pass. You actually can buy these online, or you can buy them at the park office, whatever park you go to. There is a state park guide, which is very helpful to have. So I would recommend that when you get your state park pass, that you also get a guide. The guides are a really great overview of, well, it's more than an overview of state parks. It actually has every single state park in Texas listed with every single amenity in that park. And whether it's lodge, like some parks have lodges, some parks have cabins, some parks have screen porches, some have, campsites, obviously, and there'll be campsites that have electric and water. There'll be full hookup campsites sometimes. There will be campsites with no amenities at all. And it will list all that stuff, and whether it has swimming pool or not, or swimming area, or if there's horses available, you name it. It lists all of the things that are available in each state park. So it's a quick reference to the state parks. It shows you every single state park and the area of the state that it's in. So it's a very valuable guide to get an idea of what's available in Texas parks. So I'm going to show you that guide right now. Okay, let's take a look at the guide that I told you about, that is good to have when you get your Texas State Park Pass. This is what the guide looks like. And it's a little booklet. And I'll just give you a quick overview of what's in the guide. It's a very handy reference for state parks. So let's open the guide, and it has a contents and directory, and then it gets to what is there to do in state parks, gives an overview of what there is to do in state parks. Where do you want to go? Gives a little brief overview of kind of how this guide is arranged, where it takes areas, shows parks, and this is like a little quick reference to areas. This says enjoy the softer side of camping, and what this means is it shows all of the parks that have lodges or cabins. They have cabins without bathrooms, screen shelters, cabins with bathrooms, and then it gets into lodges, and it lists all the parks that have those things in them. So it's a quick reference to parks that have that kind of facility. Meet the Locals shows a lot of the wildlife that you may see when you go to a state park. This is some information about the Texas Park Pass, which I've told you about. There's facilities and amenities listed, and then it gets into, it takes the area, and then it lists every state park or facility and what that has in it, the amenities that has in each of those areas. So it's a good way to find, you know, a park in an area. Next area is Gulf Coast, and then it lists the parks, and then you can see the things that are available in those particular areas. So that's how it's divided. Very handy. Hill country and all the parks that are in the hill country. And then in the center of the book, there is the big map and the areas that the state is divided into. This is a small version of the big map I'm going to show you in just a minute here. So this is a little one, but they provide a big one that is put in the book right here, and you take it out, and then it's a big map. Good resource for being able to find state parks in the state of Texas. So, and it's more of the same, takes the areas and shows you all the facilities in those areas. So it does that, which is good. Then here in the back, there is Facilities and Activities Index. And they're all listed in one chart. So you can see all of the facilities and activities and what parks and what park has them, and it's all in one giant chart. So that's the overview of this book, but I highly recommend getting this because it's a quick guide to the state parks. Makes it easy to find a park that you might be interested in going to. So I'm going to show you the map now. Okay, here is the big map that's in the center of the guide. And as you can tell, this is the big version of the one that's in the middle of the little catalog. So the areas of the state have the same divisions, and on this map are these little green tree-looking things, and those are the state parks or facilities. So you can look at an area that you're interested in, and you can find things that you might be interested in going to. And there's these little blue stars also, which are Texas information centers, where you can get information about Texas, things to do in Texas. But the green trees are the state parks. And so you can get this map out and you can pick an area where you want to go, look at the possible parks in that area, then look in the guide at those state parks, and then you can find out what amenities those parks have. And you can do that very, very fast. So it gives you a quick way to get an idea of where you think you would like to visit. And I think this is a handy thing that the state is doing, and it's something we're going to use a lot. We are going to travel to state parks more this year, and we'll be doing some videos at state parks. So you'll be able to see some of those parks that we're visiting. So I think the state did a pretty good job with this guide, and the state park pass makes it much more cost effective to do. And it applies to people who are both visiting the state and people who live in the state. So even if you're traveling through Texas and you're going to stay at several state parks, buying the pass is worth it. So that's my overview of the Texas State Park Pass and the Texas guide. and the map. If you like this video, please subscribe and hit the bell notification if you'd like to be notified when a new video comes out. And I hope you enjoyed the video. And in the comments, let us know what state parks you would like to see. And then if we get a chance to go to those parks, we'll go to them and tell you what they're about. And so we are going to be doing, like I said, additional travel to state parks this year, so we'll be able to visit quite a few of them, hopefully. See you in the next video, and happy travels.